Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzell. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. This is an Artist Loft 18 by 24 inch canvas, and I'm going to start a painting. I want to do something with triangles, but I'm not sure how this is going to work, so I'm just going to start. That's my yellow-orange. That's not a bad start. I want to break myself with the idea it needs to be perfect right now at the start. I'm not doing well with that yet. And I'm going to wipe that off. Come in from the other direction. See what the best method is for making triangles. I'll probably wind up having to cover them again anyway. I'm definitely planning on adding layers. And I figure if I don't try and butt them up to each other to begin with, I'll probably be better off in the long run. That I'm going to save. I'm sure I can always tidy them up in the end somehow. I think it's going to be... I should have made marks, I think. Alright, I'm going from here. That's Rhapsody Rose. Oh, I just put it down, right there. There to stay probably. Now I'm thinking Modern Masters, Venetian Blue. They don't all have to be the same size, obviously. And now I've got more paint. Alright, so it's not a perfect process, but I do have a sponge. So I can lift off some of that blue, because that blue is going to show. It's dark. I know, I'm still doing it. There's really no point. Alright, so I think I'm going for Periwinkle. still put too much paint down. It's good to not have any filaments that, as I say that, I see them. I'm going to stop being a perfectionist. Yeah, that'll happen. Okay, so I want to go from this side. That is Folk Art Color Shifting Turquoise. I'm sure whatever we add to this will help. And I'm probably just going to annihilate everything I've just done. I really can't go any place where there's wet paint without destroying what I've started. So I guess I'm just going to keep playing with whatever I can and move along at that. Alright, what can I put in here that's safe? I don't think there's anything safe, but if I use a silicone brush, it might not be as destructive. I was thinking about putting black in between. What is that? Thing that does not belong. Alright, I've got Dancing Fuchsia. I'm going to use my silicone brush. I want to just go kind of wild. Got red violet. Kind of want a pale blue down here. For that, I've got Oriental blue. This is only the beginning. I've got no time. I'm going to have to let everything dry and come back, and that's just fine. This is the next day, and I've got my small OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula, and I want to find my Whispering Wisteria. There's not enough left of that, so I'm going to have to change my plan. I'll use the red violet with it. I just want to lay colors over each other, and then don't know what that was. Lump of something I don't want in there. Yeah, I just want to layer things together. I might even try and stripe some stuff now. Though I like this color a lot better than I like the other color. That thing has got to go. That's weird. That was the stretcher bar keeping me from... Okay, so I've done something new. And when I use my scraping tools, I'm going to put my residuals on something, hoping that'll not be in the way. I want to try that again. I probably shouldn't. Maybe I'll just go down one side. That kind of worked okay. I'm wondering what to put over here. I'm thinking gold. I will eventually go in between as well, but I think this might be a multiple day process, to tell you the truth. Wipe off my spatula, although I really do like combining colors. I know I can make that bend to my will if I'm persistent. I've got too much gold there, so I'm going to scrape that off. Do the exact same thing I just did. Might be a little purple in there. I've got Venetian blue. Wipe my gold off. Add that paint chip. Alright, I'm just going to leave that, I think. Actually, I can't. As long as I've got paint on my spatula. Continue on our way. I went from the wrong direction. Not very clever of me. But I do have a sponge, and we will be covering more, so it's not the end of the world. Might like to come back and put turquoise next to this. It's still looking okay. I may wind up going sideways on things. What can I do with this? I could try it on the cerulean blue. That's not going to wash. I can't get rid of that. It's too dark. I can try. Hey, it worked, more or less. At least I know I'm going to be filling colors in between. Leave that handy because I think I'm going to need it. Alright, I've got more paint on my tool that I need to wipe off. And still, alright. I'm wondering about Rhapsody Rose over the yellow. Time for a clean spatula, I think. Well, last time I saved my paint in a little dish, I wound up using it on the painting I was doing next, so that might not be such a bad thing. I kind of want to go sideways, but I'm pretty sure it's not the appropriate timing. But I will try. So far so good. I did one of these on white and I loved how it looked. It's just been sitting around teasing me for a while. This is my next target, and I'm not sure what to do with that. But I did say cerulean blue, which reminds me maybe Frozen. Hopefully from this I'll learn something that looks a little bit less amateurish, but by the time I'm done I expect it to be improved remarkably. Basically, most of the time I just want to throw paint on things. See what happens. So it takes a certain level of restraint. Alright, I'm going to try the wide one. Thinking yellow here, but I'm not sure about that right now. Maybe I'll give it a try anyway. That does not look like it bodes well. I guess I should be happy that I have a sponge handy. Guess we're going to do a little yellow in between. It's dark enough. Stains. Oh, that came out kind of nice. Makes me wonder about pink over here. Pink or Rhapsody Rose? Let's go for the pink. That's Tickled Pink. I like to get most of the paint off my tools so I can use them again. Maybe I should go for the wide part. It's not perfect, but nothing is. I'd like to combine some colors. I'm not really ready for that. Make it striped in the opposite direction at some point in time. I'm going to have to let things dry. I want to try silver over the gold. That might be crazy. There's my silver. It'll be time to try it. Still got that turquoise. Now I've got pink. That's frozen. Gonna have to soak that. Pretty sure it started to dry. I've got like 5 spatulas, so if I was determined to try and hurry, that would be the way to go. I don't mind that. This one I'm going to clean off. I want to go from the wide way, but you can't. You have to start at the skinny end. And no matter how imperfect they look now, I still think it's going to be okay. But I do want the ones that I've just done to dry. And if I can fit another one in, it's going to be this purple one, which I'm thinking might be Rhapsody Rose. But that's right next to it, so no. Let's go for the cerulean blue. which in theory I might be able to put in place with a silicone rubber brush. That looks kind of cool. Little tiny toothy tool. Which sort of worked. I don't know how perfect it is, but that's okay. Makes me want to do this one. Is that dry? That's almost dry. Let's take my little tiny tool and wipe off my colors. This is making me feel Dancing Fuchsia is coming. I think I'm going to just take some paint off of one of these tools. No pressure. Colors are getting better. I think I'm going to put that color over here, Dancing Fuchsia. Trying to keep up with all the brushes that I'm using by cleaning them off. I don't know about this. That seems like it's going to be something else. I should be wiping my brushes off on that other canvas too. Ooh, Snapdragon. I'm going to be out of time in a second, which is kind of okay because I probably should stop anyway. So I'm back and this is day 3. I've got some tickled pink and I'm just going to start filling it in between. Maybe with a little more. The other side, I think it's going to be red violet. This is Snapdragon. Sure don't need very much. Might be a little tricky. I might want to do that again. Might want to do that right down on the other side. Kind of worked okay. I want something really bright, but I want it to be orange here, so I think I'm going to pull out the saffron or the pink carnation. Pink carnation is a good compromise. There. We've made progress. I'm going to use this spare color in the white areas right there. I had a few days to think about this, to say the least, and I wanted to put black lines in between, and if they were straighter pieces, triangles, I probably would. But as it is, I'm going to do what my original plan was and cover the painting with paint, add some of it to my canvas, hopefully, and scrape through it with my toothy tools. I don't know if this is going to work as well as I'd like it to. That was Decor Americana 24 karat gold. That's white pearl. This is frostbite. There might be a shadow that is left behind, which means this could be all a mistake. I'm hoping I'm wrong. That is pink diamond. This is Rhapsody Rose. I might want some orange in there. Now I'm just going to keep trying to spread paint. That's got to get out of here. And hopefully none of my other bottles are in the way. After I see, quit hitting. After I see where this is going, then I'll start with my intention. I originally thought I might make it into a geometric, which it was anyway, so that's kind of a moot point. I think I missed out on some red violet. Which I need to make more of, obviously. This is a really weird technique, but when it works, it's beautiful. In the meantime, it makes me feel crazy doing it. And if I use too much paint, I'm going to have to scrape some off. Because if it's too heavy, you can't scrape through. And it's looking like that might be the case. I have a scrape dish. Who knows, I could like it without doing anything to it. That would be different. I like what I'm seeing through. I wonder what I'm going to do with that paint. I maybe should not do what I was planning on doing, now that I see how much I like this. I'm just going to keep taking paint off and exposing stripes and changing colors, which I absolutely adore. So maybe I should stroke in line with the triangles I already have. I like the change of colors. I like seeing what I see through. Makes me glad I didn't do the black. And I'm kind of loving this, even though I'm just talking and removing paint, which is obviously going to have to go somewhere. So good thing I've got a few black canvases ready and waiting. Now the question is, should I do anything to this? And I think the answer is probably no. Although I did black the edges earlier, and now I'm going to have to black them again. Make sure I haven't missed anything. I kind of want to add a little bit of orange right here. Really should have been probably saffron. There, I'm not unhappy with that at all. This is bugging me a little bit, this shadow of Rhapsody Rose. Alright, it is what it is, and it's weird and it's cool. I'm going to do that thing I just did again. Because I don't really want big, obvious lumps. Well, thinning the paint out, I hope it dries just like it looks. Because I really, really like it. Although, the more I do this, the more I'm noticing that there are things that I don't care for. And that could be dangerous. Like lumps of color. I still want to scrape. I'm not going to do it, but I want to. That works. I can scrape that way. my spatula. Just leave some colors behind. Camouflages any of the non-square portions that I left. It occurs to me I probably could have taken my nail art tool or one of my skinny brushes. And maybe I'm not done. I guess it depends on how steady my hand is. I wasn't sure it was going to come out as nice as this, and I'm really happy. It's just a thin layer of... But I have to take my time scraping through or it's going to be a problem because my hand isn't as steady as it used to be. I'm tempted. I'm going to try it. Do I want to go from the other direction? Maybe I do. Don't like that I exposed that white. Not necessarily white, just canvasy. Glad I had a scrape dish handy because I certainly did fill it up. That's really sharp. I hope you like that as much as I do. I tried all kinds of digital versions. None of them was this. That is very cool. I'm so happy with this. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Wow. Just goes to show you should not judge anything, prejudge anything before it's come to fruition. Look at those colors. Wow. Thank you for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing my videos. Thank you for watching longer. My email address is easpb and the word gallery spelled out at gmail.com if you'd like to inquire in artwork. Linked here you'll find Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, a couple of my websites, my Amazon link. Volumes 1 and Volumes 2 of my books are on the Amazon link because I can, and Unlimited Possibilities, the first and the second 100 videos I made for YouTube. Questions are welcome and encouraged. My community board will show you tomorrow's video. Thank you. Thank you to all my patrons. Thank you to the members. Thank you to those of you who use PayPal to make a donation to keep me painting. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys endlessly, and you inspire me always. My paint pouring recipes below show more. Thank you for being here. Bye for now. Priscilla out.